So this is video 3 of a 3-part series entitled Triadvisors Presents, and this video is about triad tips and tricks. So be warned that in this video I will be mostly reading out of Tribal Leadership, several tips and tricks that they give to make your triad stay strong and for building triads in general and how to keep them strong. So the first tip comes on page 197 and it reads, "Next time you go to Starbucks, take 2 friends, not 1. Once people see the value in a group of 3, they often make 3 the minimum number for a meeting. Our clients have told us that it's changed their entire corporate tribe." So that's a really good tip. Whenever you want to do anything, make 3 the minimum number of people to participate before it takes off. On to the second tip from page 203. Second, use what LinkedIn CEO Reid Hoffman describes as the theory of small gifts. Before facilitating an introduction between 2 people, you have to have the credibility with both to pull it off. Hoffman describes the need for this practice to be systematic and ongoing. Do little things for each person, such as sending them an article that is about one of their interests, remembering their birthday, and so on. So if you're in a forum setting, feel free to just send PMs every now and then, wishing them luck, wishing them a happy birthday, sending them something that you think they'd be interested in. Or if you don't know that, you could send them an email or a phone call or anything of that nature. It pays off. Still on page 203, third, be great at something, world class if possible. We're often asked by people at stage 2 how they can triad with people who won't even return their calls. The answer is that they first have to go through stage 3 and become great at something. If someone hasn't owned stage 3 yet, world-class triading will be impossible. So stage 3 is very, very important. You can't go through any one stage without owning the previous stage. So in stage 3, I'm great. Essentially, you want to try to become world-class or even the best at something, whether it be networking, science, being a doctor, being a world-class motivational speaker, anything. It could be totally random things. Pogo sticker, for instance, or wrestler, or athlete of any kind, or you're just a good talker, you're a good listener, anything like that, but be world-class. Let people know you for doing that. And finally, still on page 203, heading into 204. Finally, there was a point in our research at which we believed that if people at stage 3 were to triad, they would automatically grow into stage 4. We were wrong. Effective triading requires a word that we heard people use again and again to describe real tribal leaders: authenticity. Essentially, now I've stopped reading, mean what you say and say what you mean, especially if you're in a leadership position, but really, if you're in any position. Honestly, authenticity is the key to any effective group dynamic. So if you're lying, or if you're saying stuff you don't mean, or if you're not voicing your opinion when you should, that's pretty bad. Remain authentic as often as you possibly can, if not all the time. So now I'll leave you with this, a passage from page 204. Triading brings together a group of people that can accomplish the nearly impossible, the history-making performance of stage 5. First, though, they have to build a tribal strategy. What do you think your tribal strategy should be, or what do you think it is? Think about this, and when you figure it out, make sure you tell your tribe, and feel free to tell me below. Thanks for tuning in. That'll do it for our 3-part series. I appreciate your viewership, and I hope I helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask via PM, email, anything like that, anything of that sort, or video responses. And remember, if at first you don't succeed, try it again.